Hello everybody, my name is Kate Olaf and welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be telling you why I bought my beautiful 2007 Kia Sportage cash and why you should do the same. Kidding, but I am also going to inform you on the major scam that is happening in the US today, and that is car payments. Basically, I'm going to be telling you why you shouldn't be buying a new car. Now, before we begin with the facts, let me just go on a tangent for a second. I know that it's cool to pull up in the nice new car with the big rims and the fat exhaust and the bass bumping in the trunk, and you're pulling up into the parking spot, everyone's watching you pull in. Believe me, I get it, it's cool. I did it in high school, I understand. And it's fun. It's really fun when you're in high school, and the only thing you have to worry about is whether or not you're going to the football game on Friday night. But let's be honest here, I'm not the only one who realized that after high school, you quickly figure out that there are bills that need to be paid. And that once so nice and cool car that you had in high school quickly becomes a money pit. And there's really no one that you have to impress anymore. If you're watching this right now and you're currently in high school, believe me when I tell you that what you think is serious now really doesn't matter at all. I know that in high school it's hard to get over yourself and drive a crappy car that may be cheaper than everyone else's. But you need to understand that you could be getting a jump start to your financial journey without having to drive that flashy car. And I'm not just talking about high schoolers anymore, this goes for everybody. Buying a brand new car is a waste of money on so many different levels. Allow me to explain so you can see why I feel this way. First, let's start off with some averages that I found with a simple Google search. The monthly average car payment in the US today is a whopping $563. The average monthly insurance payment on a new car is $139.50. The average US citizen spends $164 a month on gas. And the average maintenance per month that a car needs is about $98. So, with all those averages, we can assume that the average American who owns a new car is out of pocket $964.50 a month. That is literally my parents' mortgage payment on their house. When you add that up per month, people are literally paying $11,000 a year for a car. I mean, the average income in the US is $31,000. So this means that some people are literally paying a third of their income for a car. A single car. I hope you can feel my frustration and understand how insanely stupid that is. There is no point in paying that much money per year for a depreciating asset. Now, for people watching who don't know what a depreciating asset is, allow me to explain. When referring to a car, a depreciating asset simply means that the car loses value over time, meaning that you will never get the money out of it that you put into it. For instance, you can buy a brand new car one year for $30,000 and the next year it's only worth about $20,000. So the fact that so many Americans live this way really stresses me out. And I can honestly say from experience that I've met someone whose car payment was around $900 a month. Yes, that's 900 big ones a month for one car. That should actually be illegal. So if you are one of the people who lives this way, don't worry, because there is a solution. And that solution is the 2007 Kia Sportage. This thing is simply a beast. It comes with a 2.7 liter V6 engine at around 173 horsepower with a 4-speed automatic transmission. That thing's bad, man. Goodness gracious. Well, okay, so the Kia Sportage isn't the only solution there is, but I'm pointing to the fact that instead of buying a brand new car, how about just buy a used one? And this is where I think most people get off. And I think the reason most Americans buy a new car is because they simply just don't know that you can buy used cars. Their family has never done it before, and so they just never have tried. But I am here to tell you that you have nothing to worry about if that is you. I personally bought my car through Facebook Marketplace and I had no issues whatsoever. I saw the post on Facebook around 3 o'clock one day and I immediately messaged the guy, went up to Phoenix and bought it for $3,600 cash. I gotta say, so far in my investing career, that's the best investment I've ever made. For only $3,600, I got a car that will run strong for the next 10 years, if not longer. I'll never have to make a car payment or worry about losing my vehicle. Instead, all the money that I'd be using to pay the car payment, I can now use for maintenance on the vehicle or invest it elsewhere. So let's dive into some numbers on the car and see how much it cost me. So I bought the car cash for $3,600 last year. So let's divide that $3,600 payment by 12 so we can see how much I've been paying each month for the car. So when we divide that by 12, we can see that I've been paying about $300 per month. On average, I spend about $80 per month on gas. I've saved $500 over the past year as a maintenance fund for the car, so let's divide that by 12 as well, and we'll get $41.67. And my car insurance per month is about $60. So adding all this up, I've been paying about $481.67 per month for my car. But take into consideration that the maintenance fund I have set up on the side and the car payment is already paid off. So I've actually only been paying my insurance and my gas for the car for the past year, and that comes to about $140 a month. So if we take my monthly car spending and subtract it from the average American's monthly car spending, we could see that I save about $800 per month versus the average American. And that's because I choose to drive a cheap car, live below my means, and not spend any excess money. I mean, imagine what you could do with an extra $800 per month. That's an extra $9,600 a year. I mean, that's a lot of money. The reason I made this video is because I want to make it clear to everyone watching that there are many different ways to go about saving money. Now, let's be honest here, the Sportage is not the prettiest car in the world, but she gets the job done and does what a car needs to do. Don't forget that that's the whole purpose of a car in the first place, is for transportation, to get you from A to B. If you currently buy all your cars new and you finance them all, maybe it's time to consider how much money you could be saving if you bought cheap and used. So if you're maybe thinking about getting a cheap car, here's 5 tips that I want to share with you when you're looking at cars, that way you don't get scammed. Take note that these are things I do and my dad does when we look at cheap cars for sale. Number 1 is to make sure you bring someone with you who knows what they're doing. Not only is it safe to bring someone with you because there's a lot of sketchy people out there online, but it's also to make sure that you buy a good, decent car and not some piece of crap that's gonna break down on you the second you buy it. Number 2 is to make sure you drive the car with the radio off. Listen for any wind noises coming through the windows or any pops that the car might make. Number 3 is to make sure to drive with your AC on full blast, also your heater on full blast as well, just to make sure that they work. Number 4 is to check the tires and make sure that they're in good shape. You'd hate to buy the car, forget to check the tires, and then realize that you need to buy 4 brand new tires. Number 5 is to check the overall cleanliness of the car. If it's gross and dirty on the inside and the exterior, chances are if the owner can't even get a simple wash before selling it, they probably didn't take care of the overall car, so I'd stay away from it. I hope you do follow those tips if you go buy a cheap car, because I promise they will help you. So that's going to do it for the video. Make sure to like, comment, blah, 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 you know the drill. My name is Kate Olaf, and I will see you in the next one.